Atomic Heart is not a hard game. Even on the hardest difficulty, Armageddon, most enemies can be taken down in like 5 swings, more or less. I do not find this amusing, so today I'll handicap myself by removing 9 of the 12 weapons and restricting myself to energy weapons only. But before that, let's lay some quick rules to the challenge. Number 1. I can't use ballistic or melee weapons, obviously. Number 2. An energy weapon is a thingamabob that drains your energy bar when fired. Number 2.5. Some weapons like the Zvyozdochka and Pashtiet use energy for their heavy attacks, but I will not be using them for the sake of added challenge. And number 3, I can use shock and any other polymer ability that doesn't deal damage, namely the polymer goo and base shield. With the rules out of the way, let's see if you can beat Atomic Heart with energy weapons only.
I really love this place. Good vibes.
Our day is a regular one in Soviet Russia. I use a robot on a flying island and accept liquor from my personal drone, only to get a call from Bossman.
How are you?
See, he gave me this cool glove and my first task. Upgrade it. Being the reliable man I am, I spent a while listening to Komarova and only then injected liquid plastic into my bloodstream.
Demon, be gone!
The Hot Twins gave me a key and I flew away in my Zhiguli only to get hit by lightning and die.
Attention, this is an emergency communication.
Except I'm alive. A Swede was telepathically picked up, but I can't use it. Our mission is to bring Petrov, the traitor that made the robots go haywire. I almost fell for the oldest trick in the book, but luckily Granny Zina was tending to the potato farm nearby and helped me out. The robots weren't happy and stormed the village beach hill? Long story short, I fell down an elevator for about 20 seconds.
What a goddamn clusterfuck.
This unfortunate dude got tentacle hentied and I encountered my first enemy, a helper droid, Vova. And since I don't have shock yet, we've approached an impasse. 3 of them have to be killed to continue, so you can't beat the game with only energy weapons. But wait! Don't click off yet. See, I was forced to kill them, so it doesn't count. Blame the game, not the player. The Burav was disappointed of my failure and crushed my lungs with reinforced concrete. Unfortunately, I was still somehow alive again and had to endure this guy's aura farming session.
Holy shit, avoid the beam!
Fortunately, Instagram Reels taught me racial slurs against the machines, which broke it psychologically, if you could even say that. A fridge threw me around in exchange for a shock. My beloved. Not long after, I experienced my first death in an extremely cool wombo combo. Check this out. Using shock alone is a pain in the ass, even more if it's a base ability without the upgrades. See, regular Vova takes 6 charges to kill. The cooldown is about 10 seconds, meaning it takes a whole minute to kill a single basic unit. I use up the blood of my enemies to add electrization to shock, which stuns the enemy for a few seconds, and continue deeper into the facility to find Petrov. A cable car almost killed me for the 4th time today, and I rage baited one of the Vovas near my spawn until I decided that watching a guy get sliced by lasers is a bit more interesting.
Oh, a laser wall.
Nora gave me her kiss upgrade, which gives me short invulnerability when I'm close to death, and Petrov escaped my trap, leaving me surrounded by 3 robots once again. There was a pistol on the ground, but in this challenge, it's absolutely useless. Using the candle to open a door led me to some warehouse, where I finally crafted the Electro, our main weapon for this entire challenge. It's stable, but it sacrifices rate of fire and damage. Right now, it's weak as fuck, but it'll make things much easier. The seed bank offered new enemies and an EMP upgrade, which I kinda forgot existed. My bad. Machines had a disco party, and hey, there's Petrov's body.
This is Petrov.
It is? Crispy critters. Shit. It really is Petrov.
Bossman asked if past Petrov had any rings. Odd question, but
No rings,
no.
sir.
And since he's dead, we're now needed in the VDNH. I admired art with this Joe, and realized that I can craft Dynamo, a consumable which restores my energy for a limited time. Very useful. To get to the VDNH, we have to open the main doors to this place by reviving a giant birch tree. Do not question the logic. For which, we need 4 canisters. The first one was acquired, and I had my first encounter with the Sprout.
A mere hypothesis, but I suspect they're the bodies of dead soldiers that have been infected by sprouts.
They're mutated humans and are, unfortunately, quite resistant to shock damage. No matter, it just means more shots are required. One of them even waved at me. The big green ball did some rolling, and I upgraded my shock to decrease the cooldown. Now, instead of 8 business days, it only takes about 5 seconds. I tested out the dynamo on this innocent robot, and I gotta say, super effective. The energy bar remained in the 3rd cell for the whole time. Let's hope it does the same with Dominator. The mechanized bees attacked me, but I still managed to get the 2nd canister. Charles, my glove companion, was tucking some lore, but I was too busy, jorking it. The 2 canisters were inserted halfway to reviving the tree, and I maxed out the right shock tree. Slaughtered some animals, and had a wonderful time killing some more organics. Wonderful. Not to mention a giant tree with just a cigarette. Some Terminator shit. The large mutant didn't like that, instead trapping me in a corner. He does have a very obvious weak point on his back though, so just try to aim at it. Skill issue. The tree was finally revived, and I could leave Vavilov Complex. Everything up to this point was just the tutorial, my guy. While we're in the elevator, let me drop some lore here. Atomic Heart takes place in retro-futuristic 1955, where the Soviets won the World War and decided to focus on science. The game itself takes place in Facility 3826, a massive, if not the biggest, R&D center. Dmitry Sechenov, director of the facility, invented polymer and revolutionized science. He also has a vision to merge machine and human. How, you ask? Well, by using neuropolymers and the thought device, hence starting the Collective 2.0 project. Some people saw the danger in merging synthetics and organics. Mass Effect 3 synthesis fans are rolling in their graves and decided to protest by turning on combat mode on every single machine inside the facility. Honestly, the lore goes way deeper than that, and I don't have enough time right now, so maybe I'll devote an entire video to it. Maybe. Petrov was the main culprit, but as you can see, he's fucking dead. Could have used his brains to activate a code or something to bring the machines down. I wasn't really paying attention, so yeah, now we have to find another way to disable them in the VDNH. The road leading to the train station was closed, so I had to call up Granny Xena to watch her cartoons, which were instead live classified meetings.
We will be at your facility later today. Do I make myself clear, Comrade Sechenov?
She gave me a code and blueprint for the Dominator, which I sadly couldn't afford. The code was used to hack into the cameras and, by extension, open the gates. I then borrowed an unregistered vehicle and finally made it to the station with minimal resistance. Unfortunately, my calm ride was interrupted by a Hedgie. This German guy gave me a funny spider and ran off like a bitch, leaving me to fight an upgraded version of the Vova. So this one could use shock abilities and even generate a shield that also falls like a brick. At this point, I crafted the Dominator, an assault rifle of sorts with a secondary function. A dungeon was explored, and I found an upgrade for the Electro, and having nothing else to do, decided to see what would happen if you drove a car into a lake. It kind of just froze. This shocking revelation triggered the Hedgie, and he attacked me. The fight is pretty easy. After rolling around for a bit, it will come to a complete stop to cool down its engines, or that's where I think they are, a major weak point. Do this a few times and it will fall. The statues can also be used to stun it. Once the green ball is dead, you can enter the VDNH to play Snake, run around in circles for 17, yes, I counted, minutes because of the huge amount of enemies in this single room. The bodies were used to upgrade my energy management and process a day's supply of dynamo. The commission entered the building and I finally started to tweak. Something happened and I woke up with everyone dead. The twins did their thing by The twins did their thing by merging Molotov's body with red polymer. Turns out Petrov is still alive. I don't know how you literally saw his beheaded body and is transmitting data to the west. We have to stop him ASAP. My first reaction to this information was to mess around in the boiler room and 1800 no-scope a weird creature
You stink!
for an impulse divider. This effectively turns the Dominator into a shotgun. I finally decided that I can use the polymeric jet skill, since it only boosts elemental damage like fire or electricity, and crafted a railgun which quite literally disintegrates the enemy. Petrov was found again, but I get shocked that he has a girlfriend. Get it? Shocked. I then made them break up with my charisma. They finally locked me up for all the things I did in Bulgaria. But luckily, the cute spider friend helped me out. I took my Lara to the theater, because that's where Petrov escaped, and wanna know what happened in the theater? Petrov fucking killed himself. Death doesn't excuse you from taxes though, so I had to put his body into a container to upload his mind to the Matrix or something. This spawned in a fat robot. It couldn't do shit though, because each shot from the railgun stuns it. Kinda doing a perma-stun. The bastard did hit me a couple of times though, I'll give it that. But unlucky for it, it got disintegrated.
Not now.
With it gone,
What
I
is your
crashed the
current
hell out.
status, Comrade Major? I'm detecting a loss of focus and an intense surge of emotion.
My status? I'm losing my fucking shit. That's my goddamn status. I failed my mission again. Victor's dead, and I've got his head in a damn jar, and Sechenov thinks that's all fine and fucking dandy, get it?
No, Comrade Major.
I've done a lot of shit in my day, okay? But I've never lugged a human head around as a trophy. Did you see that gigantic robot in the theater? There was a combat robot in the theater, Charles. But you know what really grinds my gears?
No, Comrade Major.
The rings. The motherfucking rings that asshole Petrov gave me. And you know why it grinds my gears?
No, Comrade Major.
Me neither.
Apparently Petrov uploaded himself to the theater somehow, don't question it, so I just got out of there. The German called and asked me for the rings. Then Granny Zena asked for the same exact rings. Why the hell does everyone want them? A question for another time, since I just locked the vampiric module, allowing me to literally suck the life out of my mechanical enemies. On the way to deliver Petrov's head, I listened in on the polymer goo. Quite the soothing sound. Petrov assimilated into the Matrix, and his ex-girlfriend blew us up and sent me to this goddamn realm again. Holy shit. Eventually I woke up, and now the woman wanted to meet up with me to explain the lore or something. I don't know, I wasn't really listening. So yeah, in order to reach her, I had to fight this, the Dewdrop.
Did that crazy-ass pump thing kill that whale? Damn.
This is, by far, the hardest boss I've ever attempted to beat. It's super evasive, shoots laser beams, and you know what's even worse? Halfway through the fight, it transforms into a tentacle hybrid. Oh no. The tentacle machine shot its last shot and combusted into pieces. You know what? Fuck everyone. These rings are made out of fake gold. Yeet! The combat mode has finally been disabled from the memories of Petrov, and I met up with Larissa, the ex-girlfriend. She told me Sechenov wants to control everyone, not just the bots, with Collective 2.0. I needed proof, and she had some pretty damning evidence, not gonna lie. Turns out Charles is actually Char-Riten Zakharov, Sechenov's best friend and co-creator of Polymer. With our plan to confront Sechenov, we three entered the elevator, and I goddamn tweak again. What is this? This time I was crawling through some blood or polymer tunnels, I don't really know. I woke up at Granny Xena's flying island, remembered my deceased wife, and found out that the granny is actually my
squad. So you must be...
Your mother-in-law, you stupid ignoramus.
The game then gave me a choice. Leave or fight. And broskies, I ain't no pussy.
Whatever, lady. Why don't you show me what's in that
Now
arsenal
you're
of yours?
talking, Sonny.
Collective
It's
is up
time
and it's too
to
late
get
change anything.
our goddamn boss fight. Hey, editing Zarp here. So, I've kinda gotten a male fever, a male cold, however you call it, you know, the memes, and I gotta say, I think I'm dying. But, yeah, honestly, I don't feel well enough to edit this part of the video, and I don't wanna, like, drop everything, because, you know, we are so close to finishing the game. So, yeah, just imagine, you know, doing a sick-ass edit, like a video montage, I don't know, funk music, sound effects, visuals, epic animations, kablooey, black hole, the twins explode, and, yeah, that's it. We've killed the hardest boss, well, the most advanced robot in the game, and I'd say the challenge is completed. Besides the fucking robots at the beginning, but other than that, thanks for watching, and I don't know, have a good day at your workplace.